What's up, everybody? This is the episode or podcast or whatever the hell you want to call it. I love sarcasm. I have guests coming in, and I was going to start out today with a story, but I'm just going to bring the guests in tonight. I'm going to bring in Jay. Let's feel that bash. What's going on, Jay? How you doing?
Hey guys.
I'm going to bring in Donna. Donna, how you doing tonight?
Yo.
It's kind of dry, but anyway, I'm going to bring in somebody else. Special guest tonight. Bringing Sid from Set Up Productions. What's going on, bro?
What's good? What's good? How y'all doing?
Hey.
All right, we gotta get the energy up here tonight, but today is gonna be a good show regardless, But hey, we got a plethora of topics just to bring up in general. We did a little tweaking and things going around, but first things first, I want to ask this question.
Wait. What the fuck? You got a bald head?
Mine's not bald head, still lining.
No, you ain't fuck out of here.
There's still some hope.
Tell that story. Tell that story.
There's still some hope. Is it y'all see some right now?
No.
I don't see any hope, Jay. I'm sorry.
Hey, I'm gonna join the club in a minute though.
Oh, shit. It ain't that ball though, y'all. All right, fuck it. So look, check it out. Ashley, I hope you're watching. What's up's going on? Dave's that is. But tonight, why are you laughing at my head? Is my bald head that hilarious?
I'm here.
Y'all gonna get energy off the fact that I got a fucking bald head in my house.
Sir.
I'm offended.
I wasn't laughing at your head.
All right, so today has been a day I took ranks. I went back to my alma mater and took some kids on a visit, college visit, Illinois State University. Shout out to all the alumni, Illinois State University, Redbirds, all that stuff. But anyway, let's kick this off and let me ask y'all a question. Let's get it. I don't know if it's gonna be freaky or not, but if your significant other refuses sex or use it as punishment against you, what do you do?
I'm taking it.
I mean, I'm gonna be a little sarcastic, If you don't want to give me none, I'm gonna lay next to you and get it myself.
Whoa.
I'm gonna lay next to you and get it myself, so that'll make you want to give me some. If that's how you want to act that night,
I really think that don't really apply. Well, I don't know too many guys that's holding out unless they already did something before they got home. But but I don't know too many guys. Well, I don't talk to guys like that anyway. But I never heard no guy holding out. Just put it like that.
I think it's more probably women that do that. Like, I'm mad at you. You ain't getting no butt tonight.
Why is it used as a weapon though? Why is it used as a like a tool?
I don't know. I've never been that type. So, Ms. Donna, have you ever just gotten mad? And
I have not. I think that's their way. Their only way to control the relationship. That's them exerting control. You know what I'm saying? That's the only control that they really have.
Only form.
Yeah, that's their way of exerting control.
So none of you have ever did that. Ever.
No, when we're mad at each other, I'm trying to make things right. I don't want to go to bed mad.
I've had mad sex before.
Women are particularly known for holding out. Used as a weapon, I'll say.
Punishment, not a weapon. Punishment.
I'm sure there are some women like that. I'm sure.
But refusing sex could lead you actually giving the man an invitation to go get it somewhere else.
No, see, that's not true though. Wait, what's
very true?
Yeah.
I mean, if you get in an argument that night, and you're upset with each other and you're just not turned on, the fire isn't there for the night. I don't think that gives you the ability to go step out, the option to do that. Like, you're allowed to be upset and get over it without somebody cheating.
Yeah. Because here's the thing. It's the difference between somebody doing that for one night versus doing it all the time. And I think that that's just totally different, that you just consistently, won't give him none. That's a problem.
Well, maybe she did something.
Or maybe she did something. Women can go back to people. But never mind. It's different.
Whoa.
I mean, it's a seesaw battle. It's a seesaw battle. I mean, it could be a guy, could be the girl. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, and it has happened. I mean, in previous relationships with me, whatever. But then it got to a point I got kind of used to it, so it was like not a thing to me no more. It wasn't. It don't even bother me no more. Okay, it just don't. It don't. I don't let it control me. You know what I'm saying? Put it like that. I don't let it control me like I used to let it control me.
So I have a question. Okay, so you made your little face sad when me and Jay were like, we've never done that, right? Okay, so does this count though? You know how I said, okay, you have mad sex. So you ever had a moment, Jay, where you're like not into it because you might be mad, and then he get mad because you're not giving him that.
You're not giving it to him in the full throttle.
You're not giving him that same reaction.
Yeah.
Before you answer that out there, we don't care. We don't care.
As long as you're in the hole, that's all that matters.
Yeah, I mean,
as long as the tunnel's wet.
No, because some men get hard and thrive off of that, you know, that auditory feedback and that other scratching, pulling, biting. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you messing with some young guys. When you get older, you don't care about that no more.
I didn't say it. I was just asking.
Got to deal with them young cats.
Mm-mm.
But go ahead, Jonathan. Go ahead.
I don't. The whole narration. You know what? I ain't lie. I think you need the whole narrating. It's like theater. It's like it's like the camera's on. Like if she's sitting there like, I'm like, fuck it. I'm just gonna finish the thing for that. She get hurt or not.
That's all I need.
Or if you do that. You can spice it up a little bit. Like I don't give a fuck about you being mad, and put her legs back, pin them back.
Is this freaks come out at night or what's going on in here?
I think that's pretty PG, not PG. That's soft. This is soft sex talk. You know, like soft porn is soft sex talk.
But it's cool. I mean, if you decided you want to not. You don't want to make no get into it. Let's put on a porno flick. They'll eliminate all that. That I ain't got to hear none of your whatever. Put on a porno flick.
I mean, like, hurry up so I can go to sleep. Leave me alone.
You doing me a favor then?
Hey, you know what? Fuck them up. While you play the porno and they do doing it. Wait, hold on. It's the best part. Rewind it.
Oh my God. Thank you.
Trying to teach us a lesson. We're gonna teach you a lesson.
Thankfully, I've never been in a boat. So.
But I think that women, I'm gonna say women, they use it the most as a punishment because guys, we ain't finna keep no women for getting nothing. We gonna go get it. But women use the fact that you gotta go to them for sex. They use it as a punishment until they kind of get what they want. I hardly ever hear a man doing that.
I mean, what did you try? I mean, and I wish you probably can see the comments, but what are women trying to accomplish when they do that? You ladies say you have never did it before, but I want to know what is the reason? What is the why?
I feel like it's what Donna said. It's maybe that's her only way to control the narrative of her relationship. Like that, if that's her only narrative to control, and she's mad at him, then she thinks like, I'm not going to give him any. I'm going to show him basically.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What could I'm trying to think, what could a guy do besides that to make you feel like I'm going to punish her by not doing something?
I think men stop talking.
That is very true.
All the woman got to do is walk around half naked or something in the house or something to get attention. It ain't easy to not grasp our attention. It's easy to get our attention.
Well, guys don't want to talk anyway, so that ain't it.
I mean, guys start talking, he refuses, then he's probably gay.
I mean,
halfway.
I mean, me not talking is nothing because I can watch TV and sports or whatever, so I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So, I not talking is like that probably hurt. You know, well, it's coming from you ladies or whatever. So that may be what could piss you off if the guy's not talking.
Mm-hmm.
I've said that in the past in a different podcast that going through a situation I went through a while back, I learned that being ignored was a trigger for me. I don't like that because I've had that in the past. And even though I'm a healed and healthy person, I recognize that was a trigger because that's how my ex would get. Like, he would get angry about something or something wasn't going right and I'd be ignored, or, you know, so that is true. Like, ignoring a woman is definitely shitty.
I mean, you got to comment. I mean, I think with that is more like a guy not saying that is more like just trying to calm himself down before stuff to start flying out, that, you know, saying some stuff that shouldn't be said. So let them be. Let them be.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I don't know. I think part of that's the immature way to handle something, by, you know, the silent treatment, walking out or something like that. Sometimes you got to be in control of your emotions and either A, not say the shit that you know that's gonna make everything pop off even worse, or B, man up and hear what she's telling you, because
Wow.
she's probably expressing to you, you know what I'm saying? And it's not necessarily if, like, how you and Jonathan refer to the, you know, loud mouth ones, you know what I'm saying? The big mouth,
BMWs.
There we go. The BMWs, you know, but if she is expressing herself to you, sometimes you got to hear that. That's that vulnerability part, being able to hear what she's saying, even if she hurts your feelings.
You see how you just flipped the whole damn thing, you know what I'm saying? When it was like on a guy.
That makes sense. What you said didn't.
No, I'm just saying how you just flipped it. Like when it was on a girl, like not giving sex, he was like, no, I never did it. So it's like it's over with. But when it's a guy, well, that's immature. I didn't
say about sex. I said when he leaves, that is immature. No. And I think it's immature for a woman to withhold sex.
Okay, but you didn't say that though.
It is. Well, I'm saying it now. It's immature for a woman to withhold sex, said.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
So going off of what Donna said, a lot of the times though, men think that we're popping off, but we're really telling you what we don't like. Y'all just don't take the time to listen and hear what it is.
I hear everything.
Do you hear it, or do you hear to listen? Like, you listen to hear and understand it?
I mean, I hear it because, like I said, I mean, once again, past relationship, my past relationship makes me think more, because the stuff that I was said, I gotta remember because I said it. You know what I'm saying? They say the truth never change. Lies always change. So I have to listen what I say.
Absolutely.
You know?
So I would say this, not to be honest and blunt. Women, if you withhold sex and you try to use that as a tool to keep it away from the man, he's gonna get it somewhere else. This is plain and simple. And I'm gonna tell you something, the way the dating world's looking, you're gonna have a hard time getting it. So please don't use that as a power tool to get some type of like reaction or whatever out your guy, because it ain't gonna work. And if you keep taking it away from him and it's like days, weeks, and months, I'm gonna tell you something. You got couples out here that's like sleeping in different rooms. You got couples out here that like not having sex. Somebody getting them from somewhere. I'm gonna let that be known. Either a man or a woman. There ain't no such thing as a sexless relationship, especially when you're talking about people that are very sexual. They ain't gonna get it from somewhere. They're doing something.
You get older, you'll understand.
You gonna get it unless you're a busy person. If you're busy, I get it. Sometimes you're busy as hell. Your brain can forget about it, but not for that long.
I don't give a damn if you busy. You better take 5 minutes out that day.
No, I'm just saying in general, like going in without sex in general, you know, business can keep your mind like focused on other shit where you're really not thinking about it. But like when you're in a relationship, yeah, you're gonna get that 5 minutes or whatever you need. But to keep it away, I'm talking about couples with a relationship, they haven't had sex for months and months and months. Somebody doing something. This is what it is. So regardless of keeping the person away from getting it, I don't think it should be used as a tool anyway to keep it. You know, I imagine you ain't getting or shit, might as well break up
or go get a tool.
Donna, you look like you wanted to say something. That thinker was thinking.
Right? You know, my facial expressions are.
They say a whole lot.
It's so bad. I'm gonna work on that. I've been trying to work on it for years. I don't know. I think sometimes with women, and like I said, I don't agree with women who do that. But okay. So it's easier for a woman to go without sex and not necessarily be getting sex from somewhere else or something else, because some of it is mental. Now that doesn't mean that she's not emotionally cheating. That is, she possibly is getting that attention and stimulation from someone else, but it's in the mental, not necessarily.
Women are always emotionally cheating.
So is that cheating?
Yes.
Jay, you said women are always emotionally cheating.
Yeah, women are emotionally. Guys, they cheat. It's never emotional, but you know these days guys are sensitive. But women are emotionally cheating. Yes, not always. Most of the time, that's the women thing. They cheating comes from an emotional aspect. Less likely physical. Guys cheating, I don't know. It's physical, but if like somebody forced you down,
that ain't cheating.
I don't know. I force you down. Like, what are you doing? Stop! I can't.
And because it goes back because what are you? Somebody said they'll get it. They'll take it. Mm-hmm. How?
Donna.
I sure did. Like, so you call yourself being upset with me. Okay, so I'm gonna purposely walk around with some leggings on and no bra. And then when you in the kitchen, I'm gonna walk up on you and you can't resist it. If I start touching you, you're gonna get hard and I'm gonna take it. There it is.
Or if you're asleep, I'm gonna wake you up how I want to wake you up.
Yeah.
You can go to bed mad, but you're gonna end up getting took in the middle of the night.
They messing with young guys.
I know.
Oh no, I don't think it's young guys. I'm messing with people who are equally as sexual as me. Maybe that's what it is. We're.
Hey, I'm honest. You can shit, guys ain't gonna pass up on that unless I told you today's world is kind of different. So, you know,
yeah,
we're equally yoked sexually. There it is.
Equally
yoked. A lot of yoking going around in.
Yoking and stroking.
So on that note, I guess we kind of asked the question of who was more forgiving, a male or a female, and I think I want to say a male. Guys, I think who do y'all think? I don't know. Who's more forgiving, a male or female?
Depends on how stubborn those people are. I mean, pretty sure you have an equal ratio on stubbornness in this world. So I don't know.
I guess guys we forgive quickly when we want something.
When you want something.
I think we accept more. I think we accept more. I mean, I don't know. That's a good question.
I know.
There goes Donna's face. I'm ready to hear it, Donna.
Well, bring it.
No, I'm thinking myself. What do you mean you all accept more? What does that mean?
Because the thing is, we could ignore a lot of things. Y'all won't ignore shit.
Mm-mm.
So we could take and don't say nothing about. So we could know some shit for like months and months and don't say shit. Y'all ain't gonna do that. That's the difference. So I think a guy accept more, and you probably don't even know. You may shake your head and say no, and that's not true. But a guy know more than you think he knows. Because we won't say nothing. You
would know better than me.
Until it blows up. That's when you start hitting it. What the fuck? Like how long he had this shit? You know what I'm saying? So I think guys take a lot more than women, because women just don't want to. They want to deal with that shit right now.
Yeah, forgiving. I think when y'all ask this question, if like a person cheat, who's most likely to forgive? And I don't think a guy will forgive a woman for cheating more.
Oh no, y'all don't know how to take it like we do.
Oh dang.
Well, if a woman cheats to a man, it's the end of the fucking world. How could you betray us like that? But when a man cheats, it's sorry, it just happened. Because I don't like her.
It's a man's world.
I don't like her, but it just happened. It accidentally happened.
I think because, like Jonathan said, I think because emotionally, if a girl in my mind, a guy mind maybe if a girl is intimate with a guy, another guy besides her boyfriend, it's more like his the intimacy part. Like, did she do the same thing? It started being a mind thing. You know what I'm saying? But when a guy cheats or whatever, it's not even emotional. It could be just something that's y'all don't want to believe it. It's just happened. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no emotion involved in it. You know what I'm saying? Because he could still come back the same day and still sleep with his girl.
You know, you men will be like, was that bitch doing all that shit she does to me to that man? Like,
yeah. It'll mess them up mentally. You know what I'm saying? So, regardless of what it is, you know what I'm saying? Regardless of what it is, I mean, guys they'll take it, but then they be like always sticking back on it.
Fuck all that. With all the way the dating pool is today, women just team up with you another woman and get you a man. It's 2 for 1. That's how it's going out here right now because the dating world is so screwed up. There are not that many available men, and society is turning men to be little Fruit Loops. So women, you don't have no choice. Team up. Michael Jordan and Scotty can get you a Phil Jackson to coach y'all, and let's play ball. 2 for 1. It is a sale going on.
I don't know. I mean, but so what? I mean, what you know these things? I mean, because at first you guys, when he first posed the question, y'all was more like women are more forgiving than guys.
I don't think I ever answered the question.
No, I said the way y'all was looking. I mean, it was looking like y'all think, ladies.
I forgive, but I don't forget. That's the one thing about me. I will forgive you, but it's always gonna be right here.
I mean, y'all think I'm playing. Women are more forgiving, but women got to be more forgiving anyway because it's a 2 for 1 thing going on. Polygamy is like a real thing. I'm not even joking. That shit is real.
I don't think they're more forgiving though. I just don't think that.
No, they are more forgiving because it is a 2 for 1. They have to settle that. They can realize that's what it is out here, and a lot of women are thinking about the polygamy route.
I mean, but you're going that route. I'm going by. I mean,
no, that's a real.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, it may be some things that in your relationship or past relationship that you know about that your ex still don't know that you know. You know what I'm saying? So you have to get over that. You have to get over that. It ain't like you. I mean, like I said, a female got to express themselves when they know something. They're gonna, especially if it's eating up them. If it's eating at them, they're gonna let you know that day. You know what I'm saying?
Brown said it's a man's world. A man don't really give a shit right now, and right now the odds is in a man's favor. So right now, women are more forgiving because they have to, not all, but most have to think about settling. Men right now, yeah, if it's a woman cheat on them, it's like, okay. You be kind of hurt, but you like, shit, life goes on. There are many options out there. Women don't have those same options.
Well, times have changed now because a lot of guys now are trying to emotionally like
right
invested now in women, but then now it's like it flipped now. Women's are out there. They out there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, guys, I know a lot of guys that want to be in a relationship that they can't find a good woman, really. You know what I'm saying? Because they out there. They want the bag.
We're here. We just get overlooked sometimes. That's all.
Maybe y'all overlooking.
I'm gonna read this thing by Walter. Walter said, "I don't forgive because you knew what you were doing and decided to do it anyway. But I don't let it eat at him. He'll let it eat at him." And that's what I'm saying. Gwen, I'm gonna rephrase that. They're all good. There's a lot of women out here for guys. There's way more opportunity the guys got than women. Like Gucci said, you lose one, next 15, one coming. That's how it is out here in the dating pool. Women don't have the next 15 a man coming because men are too emotional these days. There are not enough kings out here. Everything, the complete man is diminishing, and that's a whole nother topic with society. Women are trying to get good men out here and ready to settle down. You'll find more of them than a woman find a man that's ready to settle down. Now you'll find some women. Here's the thing about women. Women that present red flags are easy to determine when you meet them right off the bat. See that shit right there. And some women are a little bit narcissistic. You got to go through some things. But for the most part, you can see how a woman carries herself. You can see some red flags. But at the end of the day, and y'all don't probably like it, it is a 2-for-1 sale going on right now. So women are more forgiving because they have secretly entertained the 2-for-1 sale at some point, because the shit out here is hard. I don't care what face you making.
Who told you that?
I don't care what face you making. I don't care what face you making.
You don't care what face I'm making. Who told you that?
I don't care what face you
He
making.
is so convinced that is facts.
It's two
That
for
don't
one.
even cross my mind. I ain't worried about that shit.
2-for-1 sale going on. You know, it's 2-for-1 sale going on.
We see what you're trying to get into, Mr. Hendo.
Hey, I'm not trying. I'm just saying that's what's set out there. That's what the dating world's presenting out there. You know, that's what guys. Shit, you cheat on me. Oh man, that sucks. Oh fuck. You know, you could just do. Anybody do that, but let's say women are more willing to settle down, and guys can find it. And 2-for-1. You know, it's been a big talk lately.
And maybe it got to do probably a lot got to do with age too, though. I mean, I don't know. Age is everything too, because a young guy probably will say, "Well, you cheat on me, okay," and he move on to the next. But as you get older and you kind of establish, I think you kind of take a little bit more, because then you got to go back in the dating pool and all that shit. You know, got to learn people all over again and shit like that. It's just
you can
tiresome. So
it ain't tiresome. Do what the fuck you want to do. You're a man. You're a king. You do what the fuck you want to do. So that's
out of here.
That's real shit. You do what the fuck you want to do as a king out here, because when you want to settle down, regardless of what age you're at, you can settle down. That's what the options for a man.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm just saying, when you get to a certain point, nobody wants to be alone. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to be alone. A girl could say, and we talked about this, Jonathan. You'll hear a girl say, "I could do bad by myself." I ain't never heard a guy ever say that, ever. But a girl will say that with the quickness, and I don't know why.
Because most time, the man that she's been with has been dragging her down. So she like, I can be lights out in the house by myself. Why I gotta be with somebody who ain't treating me right and my lights out? I can do that by myself.
But I'm saying, I never heard a guy even mention that. Like, man, I don't need her. I can do bad by myself.
Because women are more prone to be the person helping and doing and making sure things are established to make sure you ain't doing bad in a relationship.
I think that's bullshit. I think guys do things that get overlooked because it happens. So if we do something, it's not a big deal. If we take out the garbage, it's not a big deal because that's like something we're supposed to do. But if a female do not cook, it's blown up. You know what I'm saying?
But who blows it up? Y'all do.
Because if I'm doing what I'm supposed to do and you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, I mean, yeah, I mean.
Mm-hmm. See, I agree with Seth on that, because I'm that type of woman. Like, I've talked about this in past shows. If my partner is putting in that effort and pouring, I'm doing the same thing. So I get what you're saying, Seth. Yeah. I do get that.
I mean, it's like if I mean. A lot of things guys do get overlooked, especially if they're doing it like it's supposed to be done. Like,
because it's an expectation, right?
Right. Because if I'm paying a mortgage or whatever, it's never brought up. You pay the mortgage, It's like let's get overlooked because it's something that's naturally happened. You know what I'm saying? If you with someone and it was going on like this in the beginning. It's never. I don't look for a pat on the back. I don't ever say I'm doing good with my kid or whatever. I mean, I'm just doing things that comes naturally. You know what I'm saying? But it get overlooked because I'm not bragging about it. You know. So if somebody cooking and if I see you cooking for your husband, like damn, she cooking and everything. That's because he probably ain't get it at home. You know what I'm saying? This guy, I'm not getting it at home, so I'm noticing stuff. So I'm noticing what I'm missing. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, Donnie, you looking kind of, I don't know what you looking side eye from. You want me?
Nothing. I'm just processing what you're saying, sir.
She's not accepting the reality of what's out here.
Jay, shut up.
That's not it at all. So
that is.
So I was about to ask, who's more prone when we talk, because the question was, who's more forgiving? Who's more prone to end a relationship?
Female.
Being a female or a male?
Female.
Females do emotional things. They get very emotional, do things without thinking.
I mean, that's what I'm thinking.
I'm honestly curious, like just trying to figure out, like
how many guys put a girl out their house
and throw their clothes out the window.
So that's what I'm saying. That answers that right there. So who break up with who quicker? I mean, I think a female will break up with a guy quicker than a quicker. You know what I'm saying? Because guys get kicked out and go to their mama house.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the females probably, Donna.
That's interesting. Who filed for divorce first, a male or female?
Female.
I asked for mine, so
interesting.
Female.
I mean, I'm a bad witness to that. I didn't call for it. I didn't want it, but it happened.
Call for mine. Well, I
think it's just females get to. This goes back to when we talk, we're not always complaining. Like, we're talking for you to hear what we're saying. And, you know, eventually a woman gets tired of having to tell you everything. And so I think that's why it's probably mostly females. You know, we get to a reaching point where it's like, well, damn, what do we have to do?
But here's the thing. A guy don't ask for much. And I think that's the problem. We don't ask for much.
I agree.
We do? You said we do?
I said I agree.
Oh, okay.
I agree too.
Yeah, I mean, we don't ask for much. So then, if we do ask for something, it's like little petty stuff. I mean, because I really don't ask for anything, because it's something. If it's something I want, I'm going to go get it anyway. You know what I'm saying? So, but females want the house, they want the cars, they want this, they want that, and ain't nothing wrong with it. But I'm just saying, women's are more needy than guys. Guys don't ask for much. I know. Well, I'm gonna speak for myself. I don't ask for much at all.
I don't actually. Yeah, you're right. I don't really need shit. I don't ask so much. I ain't one of those men that you gotta like be like, I wonder if he needs something either. Because I tell you no in a minute. I can be fucking in my last and don't have shit, and I tell you I don't need nothing. So I'm not a dude that's like real needy. I don't really. I do what I do.
I mean, most guys. I mean, most guys are. I mean, because. I mean, well, maybe the guys that I hang around with or be around. I mean, they not, man. Most guys I'm with, they working, so they could actually do for themselves. So I ain't really around no guys that's actually sitting around over Dirt House, playing video games. You know what I'm saying?
I think it comes back to, though, like Jay and I've talked about in the past. It comes back to that reciprocation, right? Like, if the man is doing everything, like paying the mortgage and all that. Like Jay said, it's the small things, and I've said that before. It's the knowing what snacks to have in the house. It's you hear him talking about he needs some new socks. Go get him. It's the small things like that to show the appreciation of what your man does on a daily basis.
You know what? Okay, let me add to that. If a man don't mention that, I think that some women are smart enough where they can perceive what is needed.
Oh yeah,
a nonverbal communication language.
Of course,
those are things that is pretty dope that you can find in a female. Because I said some minutes ago that men should notice red flags. So women that do that, obviously it's not a red flag. But women that do not do that, you notice that's a red flag. Sometimes men we have a tendency to forget like the little things, because the little things to me is what matter. Women that notice the little things is huge for me. Women that do not notice little things is a huge red flag because they're not really paying attention to you. That's big. And women are typically better organizers and everything. They pay attention to details than most men do. Because men, we don't pay attention to details for the most part.
That's what I said. I mean, I didn't before, but now I do, because it got me in a divorce. You know what I'm saying?
You learn from it.
Right. I mean, yeah, because I wasn't paying attention to a lot of things that was going on. I was going through the motion, not really taking heed to what was going on. I mean, some people get married, they don't know what the fuck marriage about. You know what I'm saying? They just know it's got the title, but don't know what's really going on in it. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to build, grow, and achieve. I mean, women nowadays, they just want the ring, the wedding
party.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I mean, and it's more to that. And I got married at I think 22. I didn't know what was going on. You know what I'm saying? So I was cool with staying in an apartment. I wanted an apartment. I didn't want the house yet. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm still young. But a lot of guys they try to impress, and then you go, then you step out I'm not stepping out my lane, put it like that. If I can't afford it, I can afford it. Because if it come down to it, if somebody lose their job, you're gonna lose that house. Because I mean, now you at a place that you can't afford. If somebody get hurt or sick, you should be able. Somebody should be able to pick up the weight. You know what I'm saying? So,
Hey, imagine being able to do this. Hey, babe, when is babe birthday? Hey, ain't nothing
what
like
is
it.
who? What is who?
So
Don't
Hey, hush.
imagine being able to say, "Hey, babe, when I forgot when is babe birthday."
don't say it. Don't encourage the question.
Don't.
Well, I mean, it's good. I mean, you
But
can't.
and see with me, and see with me, the list stuff does a big thing for me because I have put this on my post. I'm a diabetic, and my sugar gets low a lot while I'm driving or whatever. And my wife, she put some Skittles in my car without even knowing. I got in my truck, my work truck, big bag of Skittles right there because it brings my sugar up like I want it to be. That's observant. I observed it and I thanked her for that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. Those little things like that is big for me. I don't ask for nothing. But if you do that, that's like gold to me. You know what I'm saying?
That shows she cares. She knows.
I'm about to say that she cares for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but I mean, yeah, because I could actually just fall over and be done.
Yeah.
So, but she put that in my car, and I acknowledge that, you know what I'm saying? There's some things I don't acknowledge, you know. I ain't gonna say I'm acknowledging everything she does because I mentioned on the show, I was like, damn, I didn't say thank you, you know what I'm saying? But I acknowledged it that I didn't.
Imagine having 2 packs of Skittles there.
I'm gonna smack you.
Man, I had a big bag. She had a big bag.
Donna, what is he on tonight?
I don't know.
No, it's not. No, seriously. I think I was reading something. I was reading something today.
You were reading?
That. Yes, I was reading. I can read. I like to read. But I'm just saying, polygamy, I guess, is the big thing out here. I've heard people mention it and reading a few things. I'm like, wow, pretty interesting.
Okay, well, that's not part of the topic tonight, sir.
That's kind of is, forgiving. That's kind of like we asked who was more forgiving. That's why men are like, they don't have to be less forgiving. They can go find a 2-piece, 3 household income if needed. But that's another story. We'll talk about polygamy another time. so I got another question though. So, joint or separate bank accounts?
If you're married, a joint account.
Both. I got both. I mean, I got both. You want me to elaborate on it, or because Donna's just looking like, what the fuck?
No, I'm just listening. Like, I mean, let me turn my camera off because clearly I'm y'all up tonight with these facial expressions.
No, go ahead. No, I think it's good. Me personally, I think it's good for both because if you got one. Because I think if you got all money going into one account, it's like a lot of money in there. So you figure you could spend a little bit more than actually the bills is coming in or whatever. So if anything was to happen, I got it covered because I got money on the side or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So that's what works over here. Everybody's different. You know what I'm saying? It may work in other places that it's good to have all money into one account, but I prefer a joint account and your separate account. I don't have no problem with that.
See, and when I was married, we had a joint account, and the bills would come out, and then we would both put stuff in 2 separate savings accounts. But that's the only relationship I've had that we've shared a bank account. So that's why I said that.
I would say, to me, it don't matter, but definitely if you're married or a joint bank account is where you want to go. I think that having a separate bank account, especially when you're married and there's no joint account, it kind of it can raise some flags in a relationship. To like, I guess it depends on how much trust you got. But then again, if you got that much trust, then you should have a joint bank account. I think being married, you should have a joint account. Just period.
That's it.
You can have your own separate account, because people got like different. So, for example, you can have a joint account, bank account, but have the separate account to be your like outgoing account for like where y'all with the guys kicking it or whatever, or when a woman's out with other girls kicking it, or your trips or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Spending money, you can have it to a separate account so it won't interrupt. Because I think having just that one joint account, you need multiple accounts. You know what I'm saying? But it all comes with a lot of trustworthy because I've heard in relationships where people have money with everything and when they're married. I think that when you marry, you just gotta let everything be known and just communicate. You can have those joint and separate accounts, but there's gotta be a lot of communication with that too.
I mean, if you marry him, you obviously trust him enough. So that I agree with that. Like,
yeah, I mean, I only reason I got mine because, like I said, I'm more careful with money. Not saying that she's not or whatever, but I'm more careful with it. But like I said, if a couple sees a lot of money in it, I think it somebody will tend to overspend a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And then that'll be a problem. Like, man, you spent that. Why we need that? So you got to have your own account to do your own thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to have because we got, like I said, we got a joint which take care of the house. And you got your own separate thing, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I was saying. We would take money after the bills were paid and put them in our own savings. And then what we did with what we moved over, that was your extra going here, going there, doing that. So, yeah.
Well, because I got to get back to my thing. I used to take each check. I used to take $100 out, have in my pocket, so I won't use my debit card. Because if I spend if I got 100 in my pocket, if I spend that 100, I spent too much. You know what I'm saying? I'm down to it. Because you got your debit card, you just say you swipe because you figure you got it. You know what I'm saying? So I used to take $100 out of my pocket. I mean, $100 out when I get paid. Keep that up and roll.
Donna, come back. I miss you.
This is where you gotta have this is where the dynamics come into a situation where you gotta have a woman that's like a good accountant. That's why I say women are particularly the best or better organizers because a woman with a joint account, she recognizes changes in the account that don't look good. She'll let your ass know. And some men, we can be that, but I think I look to women to be the better organizers and stuff. That's the one thing you can't have is like a woman that's bad at paying bills. Like I think that's a fucking red flag. And I'm telling you like this, that's why it's hard to find like what you want because you can find a woman that's cool, but if she can't pay bills and you kind of will like lean upon her to like take care of business it's like gender roles, right? You know what I'm saying? Can men do that? Yeah, they can take care of bills. Particularly women are supposed to be the organizers and take care of bills. But when that particular gender role twist and that come out on you kind of like think like, why can't she manage money? I wonder what she got going on. Then you kind of like look into her background and everything. That's when having those accounts. If you don't have a woman that's a good money organizer, then you might won't have a joint account, and that might be bad. So it depends on the woman or even the man, because the man can be bad with money too and fucking be spending his ass off. So, but the woman being a great organizer she'll catch that shit and call him out on that real quick. But if you have a woman that's not a great organizer, won't catch it, and the man relies on her, that can be pretty bad having a joint account.
I've met couples that are both, like where the man does all the finances because the woman isn't the greatest. And I've also met to where women do it because their husband is like, here's my check, just take care of the bills. Like, so I've seen both.
I guess the depends.
50 Cent said his grandfather used to give his grandmother his whole check, so she know what they can spend. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like he holding back or whatever. So she know, okay, this is all of it. So if you spend it all, I ain't holding. I ain't holding off. But that was back in the day, though. You know what I'm saying? The older grandparents, whatever. Nowadays things is totally different. So I mean, I just gave up the ranking because I was paying a lot of the bills. I made sure the bills and stuff was paid or whatever, but I just gave that up. I wanted, so she go ahead and do it. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, you just learn from past relationship that because I was an asshole when it came to money because I just do some shit. What you learn? Huh?
No, I was saying make it rain.
Yeah.
He said, yeah.
But like I said, that was me being young or whatever. Like I said, once you get older and you start seeing stuff, business got to get taken care of, So I kind of, and then for guys, I mean, because a lot of guys don't get their own place. Once they leave their mom's house, they move them straight in with a female or whatever. So most guys don't have their own place, so they don't know the responsibility of paying light bill, gas bill, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because they moving in with somebody. You move from your mom's house where she was paying the bill, or you helping her pay the bill. Then you go moving with another lady, same thing. But when you get your own place, you really got to buckle down. You can't do all the bullshit you was doing, and that's what had to happen with me. I had to get my own place to really know what was going on.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, moving on to next, I gotta ask this question. What do you notice? What do you find attractive in a person when you first meet a person? Like for women, for a guy, like what do you find like physically attractive, and then the non-physical thing? Teeth?
That's the first thing I look at.
I ain't never heard teeth.
Yeah. Because your dental hygiene is going to say a lot about your personal hygiene.
Mm-mm.
What if they got a
I'll
grill?
even ask somebody if they have all their teeth. Yeah. I
They got a grill.
But I mean, people now get their teeth like white and get the little teeth redone and that like real
veneers.
perfect. Yeah, like perfect. Like this up here is perfect, but down here is still fucked up.
But that's the first thing I've always looked at on a man. Like I was told growing up, take care of your feet because a man looks at a woman from her feet up. That's the same thing that I was told about men. When he smiles, pay attention because that's going to say a lot about his hygiene, the way he takes care of himself.
Yeah. I think when you get older, that's when you might notice a woman's feet. When you get older, you notice little things because, like right now, you notice like a woman, like women who particularly like take care of they feet, get a pedicure, their nails done, and I'm talking about a nice nail job, not that fucking ghetto goddamn. I'm about to claw your shit, like you fucking Robert Englund, Freddy Krueger, not those type of nails. That shit is annoying. But you notice like certain things a woman done to take care of themselves, and you just look. You look at being at this age, you look at stuff like that. Do you wait for them to talk? Wait for a woman to talk because all that can be good. They can open their mouth and it's like,
yeah.
Okay, put it like this: the social media just overtook everything now.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of IG model females that guys can look at like throughout the day. From y'all's standpoint, are you ladies seeing the same thing from guys? Are there, because I never heard of it, is there IG model males?
Mm-hmm. There are some, but I don't think men go to the extreme of filters and shit that a lot of women do.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was kind of curious. Because on IG or even Facebook, it just pop up on your feed like, what the fuck these women like? I mean, you see it's just like a gang of them
searching for. No.
No. I mean, it could be
the algorithm, sir.
I mean, I'm gonna tap it. Tap.
No, I don't think it's bad for men on men as it is women. There's a lot of women who have to use those filters and there are some men that I have seen using them, but I don't think it's near as bad.
What I'm trying to I think because I think me and Jonathan talked about this before, because a guy could easily see a female, okay, she got a nice body, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? What are females looking? What are females looking at first? Because we can instantly see a female like, damn, what do you ladies looking when you looking for a man? Or when you?
I just told you what I look at first. That's the first thing I pay attention to.
What about you, Donna?
I want to see, like, I'm not necessarily looking at what you're wearing, but are you put together? Like, are your nails dirty underneath? You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see, like, are you the type that iron your shirt? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, have a nice smile, that stuff.
But like I said, social media rules everything. So I ain't without the filter or whatever, the filter. If you see somebody on social media, like, you just scrolling, what will catch your attention? Because you can't see their nails.
Oh, you talking about not in person?
No, I thought you were talking about in person. Sorry.
No, not in person.
Well, yeah, I'm with Donna. The way you carry yourself, I'm gonna go look at your profile, see what type of shit you post. Just the way you carry yourself online, just like I would look at the way you carry yourself in person.
But online people can be deceiving with some of the stuff they post and
absolutely
in person. I don't know. Some people, I guess you can look at somebody's profile, and if you really pay attention to it, you probably can tell some things that may stand out. I know Jennifer said the beard.
Mm-hmm.
No, so
Who said that?
Jennifer, she said beard.
Look and see if they diet or what.
My beard does not get dyed, by the way. It is
Just kidding.
pure black.
Well, and I think that's I think I talked to Jennifer earlier about it too. But I mean, I was kind of curious that because like I said, I see tons of like said females. You could either they twerking or doing something to get attention. What do guys get? How do guys get your attention? That's the next question. What do guys do to get your attention? What will catch your attention from a guy? Because girls could do a lot.
You know what? That's an interesting question. Actually, I don't know. So recently, I wouldn't even say recently. Wait, I want to read this comment because I feel this comment. Like men who work with their hands, sometimes that's legit kind of like attractive to me. Not to say that your nails are like just like nasty, but if I know that you're a mechanic or you work with your hands, sometimes like
You can tell you're a hard worker.
yes, in the hard working aspect, that's a turn on. I'm attracted to that. I like it.
Like
Good job, Cuzzo.
Yeah,
But there's a difference between having your nails dirty because of what you do
right.
and keeping them long and nasty and not groomed.
Yes.
Mechanic changing a woman's oil.
Two totally different things.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Mechanic is mechanic.
Because like I said with the twerking, but I also hear girls say, I be saying he's sending me D pics in inboxes. You know what I'm saying? Guys really doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that a? No. I wonder what make guys do that. Is what make them turn on?
Okay, I'm gonna use myself as an example. So I have TikTok, right? And I go on TikTok Live, and I go on there and talk about things. But I'm not twerking. I'm not sitting there flaunting everything that I have to attract that type of attention. I feel like if a woman is twerking and doing all this, she's going to attract that negative attention just as much. So if she's exposing herself like that online and a man sees that and thinks that, okay, this is the type of shit she likes to do, let me send her this dick pic because she might like it. Like, this is what if she's exposing herself in a certain type of way, that may welcome that type of attraction.
How could how could women like you compete with that? Not saying,
I don't want to compete with
that. No, I'm just saying. No, because like Jonathan said, the ratio is crazy. It is crazy what he said. That's a fact.
But those are also probably the women who ain't got shit for themselves, who got a dirty ass house,
guys don't care,
who are trying to attract a man because they need something. It's not a competition for me. I could care less.
Yeah, but that's what makes it. But see, that's what I think. That's why Jonathan said what he said, because females out there that does that, some guys don't want to challenge these days.
That's facts.
They want what's easy. And typically when they get what's easy, that doesn't last very long.
Right. So they find the next one that's not, that's easy. Because it's like I said, the ratio.
That's
the ratio is crazy.
Yeah.
That's why the ratio is crazy. That's what he said, the ratio is crazy. So that's why I asked, how could y'all compete with that?
Yeah, I can't answer that because I'm not gonna compete with that.
Hey, that's what's overshadowing women right now, is the women that does that twerking shit, doing all that stuff. It overshadows women. That's why women are putting the group together, and that's why some guys go out of the country and do what they do. And I know it's bad, you stereotyping all women is, and you put them in that group, and then you go leave. But that's why the ratio is what it is, and that's why guys do what they do. Because I think I said it before, a lot of guys who's taken or in a marriage, they're in the dating pool tanking it up, because there's so many women available, and women are accepting that 2-for-1 thing. I say it jokingly, but it's actually facts. Like a woman that be married to a guy that get tired of him cheating, and will all night get tired of cheating, they'll welcome a second person and then into the relationship or whatever. That's more a common thing, and I've heard that, and even current marriages that has been talked about bringing another person up, because that's just what it is. Like, women are more conforming to the bullshit, and guys can easily find them, even the ones in the relationship. That's why they do what they do. You might strike out, and you might try to talk to a girl. She might like, nah, fuck you, I ain't with that. but then again, out of 5 women, you'll find one that's going to conform, maybe two, and that's what society's presenting these guys today. And I say it jokingly, 2 for 1, but that's what it is. It's 2 for 1, and it's like that out here. That's just real talk. It ain't no beating around the bush, stuff like that. I've seen it. I'm hearing it now, and
I think a lot of that stuff. I think a lot of that stuff is accepted too, because I mean, the way the world is, the way society is like the community is out. I mean, ain't nobody behind closed doors no more. Ain't no in the closet type of thing. You know what I'm saying? It's out. People are out there. They enjoying themselves. They being free. So that's why it's so easy, for D-Ray to have 2 women, and you know what I'm saying? He got 2 women.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not even that, man. It even that day coming out is that society is making it so in the Western culture. I would say the Western culture is harder for women because society has put this image on women where they can be leaders and they can look at be masculine. So now that force is driving men out of the country, which is less option for women. Because some men I know they're not fuck with nobody within the Western culture. And now you have what you just said in those communities, like more outgoing and influencing men to become more feminine and don't want to take on these masculine roles. So now you have less men. So now look at the pool now. We ain't even talked about the prison system yet and stuff like that. So it's less option for them out there. So men can do what the fuck they want to do. Not technically, but they can. Men are out here like married. Hey, what's up? Blah blah doing what they doing, and it's more blatant right now. And a lot of women, after they don't have a choice, they put up with this. Some women don't, but men are doing what they're doing. They fucking social media is making it even more allowing men to do it because they could just jump right into an inbox and whatever. And some men don't even post they significant other or they fucking marriage partner on they fucking Facebook profile. I'm gonna tell you something.
I don't do that.
I don't tell you.
I don't do
Yep, bro. Everybody know you post
on your page.
You do post your wife on your page. There's dudes out here. I'm gonna tell you one thing. This is a fact, and no man can argue this. I don't give a fuck what you say. If you marry and you don't post your partner, no one on your Facebook, and nobody knows you married, you cheating. Bottom line, I don't give a fuck what you say, what you do. You are cheating if you can't post your significant other that you're married to nowhere on your Facebook and nobody knows you're married. It don't say you're married. Get the fuck off social media then. And then you have multiple pages and you don't post your wife on nothing. You go places with your wife and you don't post that y'all was there. That's your wife. You stepped in front of a priest or whoever, pastor, and said, "So death do us part." That's your ride or not right there.
So death do you part. It didn't say put my wife on.
It doesn't matter though. That's out of respect though. Your ride or die. That's your significant other.
What?
To leave her off your social media, period.
I agree with Jay.
That's
I don't agree.
If I'm married and we're out and we take a nice picture and you're posting that you're somewhere and you can't post me with you,
that's cheating.
So okay, so the best marriage to me are the best marriage to me is when you don't put your shit out there really, because who knew Omar Epps was married? He never put his wife on social media or anything like that, and he's a celebrity.
But who knows what he's doing too? You don't know.
But no, I'm just saying. What I'm saying is, yeah, everybody know I'm married, and I put some picture. But I had been to parties recently that sometimes I don't want people to know. Sometimes you don't want people in your business. What's the point?
What does it matter then? Why are you on social media then? If you
what's the point? Okay,
when you get married, y'all won.
Okay, but what's the point? What's the point?
It's respecting your partner when you're married. That's the point. You can't dare go nowhere with your significant other post a picture. You don't post a picture. Y'all both been there. What you mean? What's the point? What's
the point of?
If you can't act like you're married, don't be married.
So I will say that I agree that it's good to keep your personal life private to an extent, because you do have haters out there who try to interfere. But I also agree with Jay. If me and you are married and we're going out and we're enjoying a nice night and I see you post something about that night, but you can't post a picture that we took together as one, or it doesn't say on your profile that you're married, or something of the fact that lets anybody who's single out there that's watching your profile know that you're taken by somebody, I agree 100% is disrespectful.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead, Donna.
I think I told Jonathan this before. It's the difference between being private and secretive. And so you're putting it out there that you're married, you know what I'm saying? That's being that's ill intent. You know what I mean? Like, it is a disrespect to your partner. Like, you need to acknowledge that this person, you're married to this person.
Well, some people don't care anyway if you're married or not, so it don't
That's
even
true,
matter.
but that's true. But it's up to you to, at least put it out there that you married, to create that boundary. You can't control whether or not somebody crossed that boundary, but you need to put that boundary out there.
Well, well, my thing is, like I said, I just think because Samuel L. Jackson, I'm looking at the celebrity parts of it. You know what I'm saying? That
celebrity.
No, but I'm just saying.
They have paparazzi and they got people following them. So for them to keep their spouse private is a big respect factor to their spouse, because maybe their spouse doesn't want to be covered in all of that. That's a little bit different than us here out here in life. We don't have paparazzi following us and trying to put our life on blast.
No, but we're not bigger than celebrities, because nobody really. I mean, people are nosy. I mean, that's just the thing. If I'm doing something, if I'm out with my wife and having a good time, because back then it wasn't social media to put the pictures and stuff up. What you did back in the day, what our parents did back in the day, put it in a photo album for the home or whatever. So why do I got to put it out there to the public, social media, to show them I'm having a good time, that I'm okay?
So why you got to post you having a good time, not post her then?
Right?
Huh?
Why you got to post you having a good time and not her?
No. I said no. I said back in the day when we was coming up, there was no social media. So only thing if you had a party or whatever, you took a picture and you put it in a photo album for the home. I don't have to go to a party and flash it on social media that I had a good time or whatever. Me and my wife know we had a good time. Why do I got to show other people?
No.
Nobody said. All right, go ahead, Donna.
Go ahead.
If here's the thing, you're not going to show people you had a good time. If you physically decide to post anything about your night and it only involves you, that is a problem.
No, I ain't say no, because I don't post anything.
I'm just saying in general, if you post about a party and period that you were at and she was there too, you have to post your YouTube. You ain't got to say, "Oh, my wife this." You just post a picture and leave people to imagine. You ain't got to tag her. That's the thing. It's ways around people being nosy.
But what's the point?
You can post. Here's the thing. Listen, you post. You can post pictures. You don't have to tag my wife. Blah 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 blah. You just post pictures, and the haters, they can do some spectate, investigate, whatever. But let them do that. You don't have to tag with so and so. If your relationship is strong, there's really nothing to break that. If you're out here doing wrong, then by all means, at this point when you married, you shouldn't give a fuck what people think. That's like your marriage is controlled and ran by one person, and that's up above. So damn everything else. But if you're out here living foul, you got something to worry about.
I get it, but I don't get it. But that's the way society is now. I just don't. I don't get it. I do it, but I don't do it every time we go
that's
out.
That's the way society tell you it is. You don't have to follow the norms of society. You go outside the norms of society and create your own. That's a problem with us in America, that we fall into a normal society and accept what's given to us instead of running your own life on how it should be ran with guidance. I think we find that the guidance that's given to us in this Western culture ain't even guidance, it's evil guidance. To be honest with you, all the shit that's coming out, that's a different story, but it's evil.
I just don't. I post up. Like I said, I've been to a few things or whatever. I mean, I just keep things. I keep it private. I'm keeping it secret. I'm just keeping things private because I don't want people to know my business. Period.
Not everybody needs to be in your business. But does your profile say that you're married?
Mine, I think it. But everybody know I'm married though.
But that's not what I asked you.
I don't know, because I ain't checked my settings and I don't know how long. You know what I'm saying?
Because if, let's just say I was trying to be sneaky, right, and like shoot my shot, right? Mm-hmm. I go to your profile, it doesn't say you're married. I'm like, oh, okay. Let me slide in this man's inbox.
But just because I got married, even if I wasn't, does it really matter?
It does.
I feel
it keep traffic, unwanted traffic.
It sets a boundary, like Donna said.
Wait. If they don't say it's married, at least they can go to your profile, look at pictures, and see. Oh, he's got pictures of his wife. They was married before. That's the point. See, when you play with Satan, Satan will find a way to your inbox, and you can keep Satan away by certain things like that. And that's real shit. It might won't keep him away because it say married, but if you got pictures, but if you have completely nothing, you're inviting unwanted traffic. into your inbox because now it's like you live this life and you don't have no woman in it. It's like, okay, I'm gonna see what's up. And most men is on bullshit, go and bite the bullshit and lie about the bullshit until that woman finds out.
Wait, so so you basically letting social media dictate how your marriage and everything should be?
No,
No.
you let social media dictate everything how your marriage should be.
No, I mean,
you're worried about what people are gonna say.
No. Well, I'm the old fashioned way. I don't gotta let everybody know what's really going on with me.
Okay, so this is kind of going to go back to one of the original questions that came up for tonight. Said, would you take your wife to your class reunion?
No.
Why not?
I will take her, but then I have to think. Because the thing is, when you go to a classroom, you see old people, so you got to make sure that she's okay. You know what I'm saying? That you got to constantly go back. You can't mingle. How you going to mingle?
But your wife, y'all won.
Right. I think it's almost so like you, because you keep saying I don't understand. Like I'm taking the social media aspect out of it. Like you may not post when you and your wife go out all the time, but you acknowledge her. Just like the Skittles example, you acknowledge somebody who goes to your page. They are aware that you have a companion, you have a partner, you have a wife. So because since you can't wrap your mind around a social media piece, then let's use your own example of taking them to the class reunion.
I'll do it, but I mean, I don't have a problem of doing it, but I don't think you will have a good time if you do it.
Why?
She should have a good time.
No. Here's the reason why. You ladies could take any little thing and flip it and think it's something when it's really nothing. If I take a picture with females or whatever, could be innocent, but you may think it's something. You don't think so? You don't agree?
But if I'm your wife and I'm there with you and it's a class reunion and I'm seeing what's going on, I'm not going to think anything. I would feel like you would have something to hide if you were like, so I'm going to go to my class reunion, but I don't want you to go because I don't want you to be uncomfortable. Then I'd be like, well, why would I be uncomfortable? Like, what type of mingling are you trying to do?
Regardless of the fact
you had before me, so I get that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just unrealistic for anybody to go to a class reunion with their significant other and think that they're not gonna run into some girl they was crushing on, or you know what I'm saying, or they high school sweetheart. That's just unrealistic.
So, but
period.
So even if you go, so if you go and he's mingling around, but you really can't mingle because you don't really know nobody. You feel you ain't mingling with nobody because you don't know nobody. So
okay.
Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry, because that's actually something for me. Like, I need to be with somebody who's going to be able to hold their own. That's like going to a wedding with somebody. Like, it's your friend's wedding, but I'm going with you. I don't know anybody at the wedding either. But so
I'm still gonna mingle.
That's different. That's a different atmosphere. A wedding and a reunion is totally different.
It's not.
It's love in the air. On a wedding.
Stop it.
No, it's love in the air and on a wedding because you get the vibe or whatever. A class reunion, you talking about old stuff or whatever with classmates that you ain't seen in years or whatever. So you got to keep on going back. Okay,
it's the same concept.
And if they're there with their spouses, I'm gonna mingle with their spouses while y'all mingle with your schoolmates. Like,
I want to hear the stories.
That's called being grown and learning how to put yourself in a comfortable situation wherever you're at, adapting to your environment.
I went to my 25th reunion, and one dude brought his wife, and then whatever, he had to stay right there. He didn't go nowhere. I don't know if he had a good time.
That's
their relationship.
That's an insecure relationship.
But he had to make sure that she felt comfortable, like because if he leaving and mingling and stuff like that, she's not having a good time.
Then that's something within that woman. Because I'm gonna be like, baby, go mingle. These are your classmates.
But see, every time we do this show, it's like y'all, the women be like, not me, but it happens.
It does.
Oh, it does. Absolutely.
So, but I'm just saying, I mean, I don't have a problem with taking my wife to my reunion, and if she want to go, she could go. But it's like, I don't want after the fact that we go, not saying this happened right now, but I don't want to have to ask this question like, she was all on you or all about you, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because women look at things different.
We do. here's the thing with that. So let's say she was, right? Some girl was like, she was like, you know, trying to flirt with you or whatever. Okay. If I'm secure in our relationship, I'm gonna do something with the flirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was all on my man. Oh, look at you. You can still pull him. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna fuck the shit out of you that night. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's not necessarily she has to be secure in that relationship, because it's unreasonable to think, and it's not just a class reunion, whether it's on social media, whether you go to dinner, whether you go to a party, a bar, a baseball game, whatever, to think that somebody's not going to be attracted to your spouse or your partner in some way, shape, or form. That's just unrealistic. Absolutely. So it's gonna happen. It's about how secure you make me in a relationship and what we do with that when I see somebody actually flirting with you, or I see, you know what I mean? Like, that's just what it is.
Since you brought that up, I wanted to ask a question, because it wasn't part of the show or whatever, but I wanted to ask, what is the proper way to take a picture when you have someone? What's a proper picture to take? Like, if I see you out, what's the proper way to take a picture?
So and you keep saying this, I'm just different, right? So this is what my motto is: when in doubt, side hug it out, and that's it. Or don't touch it all. Just, you know. So
that's so. Okay, go ahead.
We not touching faces. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
But see, and see that's the part that, I mean, because I took a picture and then I didn't think about it, because when you're doing a picture, the way things are now, you take a selfie, you try to get in a picture or whatever. So any little thing that you do is going to look suspicious.
I'm going to say it's body language. Yeah. Like, your body language. You can put your arm around somebody's shoulder and do like a friendly picture, or you can stand next to somebody and do like a selfie with them next to you. Like, it's body language. It's different if you're turned to each other and my chest is all up against you and I'm like touching your back. Like, it's how the body language is.
But if you're secure, it doesn't matter.
I mean, it depends.
She just said if you're secure, it shouldn't matter.
I mean, you're right. If you're secure, it shouldn't matter. But at the same time, it's a respect factor. Like, if we're married and a woman sits there and she's trying to take a picture, you putting herself all over you, why does that have to happen? Why can't you just take a normal picture?
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. But see, if you secure, it doesn't matter. He take, because I'm an outgoing guy. So when I take pictures, I'm not thinking about. Now let me do this like this, because I'm in the moment. I'm just going. You know what I'm saying? So if a picture gets snapped and it look kind of suspect, a guy got to explain that. Or a girl got to explain that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was trying to ask, what is the proper way to take pictures?
And the proper way is a respectful way where it don't upset your significant other.
But how would you know?
You know, because it's just common sense. Like, you know what to strike a nerve.
You said common sense, but I'm saying, but if you're in the moment, you just take
a picture. What moment are you in?
Yeah, that's. I mean,
what? You said what?
What moment are you in?
No, if you just go and take a picture, the moment is you just taking pictures. You're not.
I mean, I'm taking a lot of quick pictures with somebody that don't look suspect. Like, so that's why I'm.
I bet you right now, I bet you could find a picture that you took with somebody, another guy that didn't mean nothing, but a guy can make it into something.
No.
Oh, see.
Not really.
Okay. So you have no pictures. So you have no pictures.
I'm about to go look.
No, you gonna find something that you could actually say. No, see, look at this one. But
I don't just take pictures with guys though. That's the only thing. Like,
what about you? What about you, Donna?
I'm thinking. I'm trying to think.
I'm just because I got a 30th year anniversary coming up, and I'm just trying to figure out what is the proper way to take pictures.
I go around with a selfie picture and I like get somebody a picture that's like this, and everybody's like making a face. It ain't no accidental like suspect way. I can't think unless you touching something that you're not supposed to be touching them, and you know when you touch something you're supposed to be touching.
So if a girl, because I say this and it actually happened to me, but I didn't think about it when it happened. A girl took a picture. She had her hand right here.
Why would she do that? She was petty.
I'm just saying, but she did it to everybody though. But she was married. Her husband was
so she was just touchy-feely.
Right. But I'm saying certain people are different. That's what I'm saying. So
It's no excuse though. You gotta have respect at the end of the day. There's no
fuck out
excuse.
of with the
Some people are
respect
different.
suckers,
It is.
man.
See?
Nah, I mean, come on, man. Like if I woman, I'm like, hey, why you got your like a man? Check that. Why is your hand on everybody's chest? Like I don't know people just like take pictures in the hands on the chest or I would touch certain women's body. But I'm a big guy, so I might put my arm around you, whatever, and it gonna be on shoulder length. But I don't think about it. It just happened that does it. You know what I'm saying?
Did I just say that, motherfucker? I just
No,
said
you're
that.
not saying that. I'm just saying I don't
I
think
did.
about. I don't have
You
to
in the
think about
moment.
it because my arm is around them. It's normal. I'm
In
not
the
doing
moment.
anything. Is that even a moment? It's just arm around. I'm a big guy, so I'm just putting an arm around. I never do. It don't look weird. There's nothing suspicious about it. I just do it. So it ain't nothing like, oh, I'm mistaken. Oh, my hand gonna be on it, and my shit gonna be down his shirt. Like, motherfucker, my hand. Hey, what's up?
No, I mean,
Like
like
that.
you said, you're a big guy. Or you're a big guy. I mean, you're not thinking about because you're just taking a picture. It's nothing. It's nothing. But I mean, but I don't know. I just think I'm just trying to figure out if you married or even with someone and y'all out, what's a proper way to take pictures with someone?
It ain't no proper way. I guess it depends on the jealousy of that person. So a person jealous, they gonna find something in anything. A real jealous person.
That's my
Okay,
point.
I have an example. I went to a show and I ran into somebody that I knew because it was not a small area, right? So this is the way we took it. His hands are in his lap. I leaned down next to him and I snapped a selfie. So there's nothing suspect about that picture.
Yeah, you went through a whole bunch. You went through about 50 pictures before you came up with that.
That's the only one I have of me and another guy. I don't have a bunch of pictures with me and random guys. So, but that's a good way to take a picture. His hands are in his lap. They're not touching me. My chest isn't against him. It's shoulder to shoulder.
I think somebody just said that. The captain just said that woman's reaction to a certain situation due to a man's ability to make his woman feel secure in a relationship. So, hey, man, do your job, make a woman feel secure. I think Donna said it earlier, secure and confident. It ain't really no situation to be conquered, but at the end of the day, you gotta respect goes both ways, though. I don't think you should be thinking. You gotta think before you take a picture, Dan.
But that's what I'm saying, and that's what I'm saying. In the moment, you just snapping pictures. You're not thinking about. You want to take a picture. You want
to take a picture. My bad, girl.
That's not in the moment.
But I will tell you that me being a woman, if I do run into somebody that I know that's a man, or if I'm out and I take a picture, if I have a significant other at home, I'm gonna think about the type of picture that I'm gonna take to avoid that situation. Like, out of respect for my person, because I wouldn't want to take a picture with somebody that, even though it was an accident or they had their hand around me and it landed close to here, like Jay said, I still wouldn't want to have to put somebody in that uncomfortable situation if I was in a relationship. Like, I'm still going to be respectful to the thought of who I'm with.
So even a greeting, when you see somebody you ain't seen in a long time, what is a greeting? Hey, that's it.
I mean, no, I'll give somebody like a little hug, but I'm not gonna like embrace them and rub my chest all over them and hug them like, oh my God,
I took this picture the other day, and this
with
is
them two guys.
No, this is one of them from said. Nothing wrong with this picture at all. It's just like the normal. Hey, what's up? What's going on?
Man, it's a guy in that picture, man.
It doesn't matter. It's the same thing with the guy. What's up, bro? That's the thing is, it ain't a moment. It's all about respect.
That's one pick. Y'all picking y'all. I wish I was right there with you.
I picked. I didn't have to think.
I don't have a bunch of pictures with.
If I was right there, especially with that dude right there, I bet you if I was right there and going through your pictures, I bet I found out about 50 pictures that look inappropriate.
I don't got no inappropriate pictures.
Get the heck out of here, man.
I really don't. I really don't. If I take pictures of somebody random, I'm going to my thing right now. People like, I'm always out. So
right, that's why I know you bullshit. You don't pick a picture where you use in your police uniform. Get the hell out of here.
All my pictures are with my girlfriends. I don't have a whole lot with men, so.
See, look, he going through it.
No, because I got stuff on sale. I got my clothes. I'm going through my stuff right now.
You try to get some points or something.
No, I ain't trying to get no points. I'm just keeping it 100. Like, I don't. I take.
Let me see.
Okay, now hold on. Look, even this was one I took in Louisiana when we were at the football game. I didn't know him, but I liked the way he was dressed. So his hand was down by his side, and then this one was over here pointing up. Like, he still didn't touch me inappropriately. Like, our hands weren't in any inappropriate way, and it was shoulder to shoulder.
Because you didn't know him.
Do what?
Because you didn't know him.
But still, like, even if I run into people that I know, I'm still not going to take suspect pictures.
I don't know. I'm thinking y'all rolling.
At the end of the day, you can only control your body, your hands, or whatever, and you can't control what somebody else does. So as long as you ain't going around, tweaking chicks' nipples in the picture, then you good, bro.
But no. That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. I mean, you never know how a picture's going to turn out until it actually comes out.
Just do your part, sir. Just do your part.
Just don't put your hands in inappropriate places, and you'll be fine.
Do your part.
Let me get some weed.
He already looking at pictures that he knows some.
No, I ain't never take no pictures disrespectful. That's one thing I would never do is take a picture that's disrespectful or a woman or make her feel uncomfortable because I want to look at that purpose. It's always touchy. It's just certain things you don't.
You on point. So you on point on everything. You on point on everything.
I don't do stuff like that. I'm sorry, I just don't. Nah, unless I'm taking a picture of somebody that's inappropriate, then it's somebody I've been inappropriate with. Then in general, so
let me look at my thing and see if I got a picture of you taking pictures with somebody.
Please go ahead. I don't have.
Question.
You know what? I bet if I go on your page, you go on your phone. I bet you if I go on your page, I bet I'll find something.
Go to my page. I bet you won't find nothing appropriate.
We ain't got that much time, but we ain't got that much time, but I bet you
all the time in the world.
Let me tell you, I go out and I politic with a lot of people. Now, if you find a woman that hurt on my chest, then that's on her. But you ain't never finding me.
What's the difference? I just said that.
But I'm just saying in general. But I don't know nobody. I don't remember a picture where a woman had to put their hand on my chest unless they wasn't my woman. And I don't think I don't think I even had pictures of a woman I've dated in the past that had the hand on my chest. So I don't know. That this ain't normal. I don't have to think before I take pictures. That's all. I just don't have to think. Like, okay, well, I got those titties. Hey, what a titty, man! Don't touch that titty. Whoa, yeah. That's my cousin.
Yeah, I don't care who it is, but I'm just saying
that doesn't look suspect though.
Yeah. But see, because he said it's his cousin.
But
no, it didn't even look suspect before he said that.
Hug it out.
It's reaching.
No, okay, let me see.
Corey says, "Raise your hands in the air while taking a picture with a woman."
This is like really serious to you.
No, because I know Jonathan full of shit.
She said you should never make your significant other question while you're doing something that might be questionable. There you go. Boom, 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 boom.
What you say? She said what?
Kathy said you should never make your significant other question while you're doing something that might be questionable.
But like I said, I mean, if you going, okay. I'm just saying if you taking pictures, if you just take a picture with a lot of people that's at a reunion or anything or a party, whatever, are you actually realizing what you're doing? Because you take pictures, because everybody take pictures like, damn, that's a fucked up picture right there. Nobody knows.
Just don't take pictures, all right? Save yourself the headache. Shit. Jeez.
I'm like, oh, my hands.
Put your
I want to take a picture with her. I don't know what to do with his hands. Don't touch them titties.
Or just be like, how guys go the number one, like do something. Pose, like do something.
See spider, where the
this dude, you ain't got no pictures of nobody.
Who you talking about? I ain't got no pictures. I don't have nothing where they get suspect, whatever. I don't, first of all, you don't want to make a woman feel uncomfortable anyway, because this dude's out here that purposely take these pictures, they touchy when they want something. For me, I'm not going to put a woman in a predicament where she would even think that I'm fucking some type of perv or, I'm trying to like fucking be touchy and everything. So I'm just not, I just don't think about this. I don't have to think. I just take a picture.
I'm just saying, I mean, if you was with someone, any picture that you take like this,
what's wrong with the picture?
No, huh?
What's wrong with that picture?
No, I mean, a female would find if y'all not with Jonathan, so y'all ain't gonna see nothing wrong with it. But if his girl were to see him in that picture, she'd be like, "What's that all about?"
No, what girl? Because if I have a girl, then the girl I would have would know who I am and know what I do and not find offense to that. That is a photo. I go to a lot of events and I speak to a lot of people. So a person that know me that is not outgoing, then them on them. But nothing wrong with that picture at all.
Okay. Yeah, to you it ain't. Like I could say, pictures I
Well,
take.
it's also about what Donna said, secure and confident. Like, I don't get it. If I have a woman that's secure and confident, she's not gonna find an issue with that. Right now, I don't have that issue anyway. I don't have the answer to nobody, but I'm not doing that if I was with somebody to have the answer.
You still answer the motherfucker. Get out of here.
I answer to who? I answer to one person. That's the most high. That's the only person I answer to. Other than that, I don't answer to nobody else.
Sarcasm. This ain't church.
It ain't got to be church. It's got to be. It's the facts. That's what it is. The facts. Just like you're proving, you got to think before you take a picture. That's
I didn't say think.
You said that. You got to watch.
No.
In the moment.
I'm
in the moment. My hands on titties. Oh shit!
I said I'm not thinking. If I'm taking a picture, I'm not saying, well, let me take a picture like this. I'm not doing that.
You just said that. You just said that. Oh, she got some big titties. Don't like some these. Let me go.
Because I'm more like when I throw my parties and stuff like that, people want to take pictures with me and stuff like that. So I mean, I'm that guy. So
I think it's you know what? Don't put your
okay, hold on. Look, I just found one. I got another one. This is from 2019. So I was sitting down at the bar and I felt somebody come up from behind me and like lean over and was like, "Hey, what's up?" And I was like, "Oh, hey." So he's standing right here. And so he knows my best friend. So I was like, "Hold on. Let me take a picture and send it to my best friend so I can tell her who I just ran into." So that's not an inappropriate pose.
Right.
My hands are in front of me. His hands are next to him. Like all he's doing is leaning over my shoulder. And I snapped a selfie and sent it to my best friend. And I was like, "Look who I ran into."
But
there's nothing inappropriate about that. So
best friend. I'm talking about your significant other.
But that would make somebody else feel uncomfortable if I was your woman and I sent you that and I was like, no, I'm asking. If I was your woman and I sent you that and I was like, look, I ran into somebody from my childhood, would that make that picture right there make you uncomfortable?
It won't make you, but it'll raise a question.
Why? If you're secure.
I mean, y'all acting like it don't happen.
I'm not saying it doesn't. I'm just asking you.
No, I'm not. What I'm trying to let y'all see is y'all think everything is like it's nothing going on. People are jealous. There's a lot of jealous people.
She said secure and confident, though. That's the point we were trying to get across. Is you secure and confident, none else don't matter.
It's also full of shit.
No, it's not. Honestly, let's be for real, man. You can't control what a person does. A person can do what they want to do,
and you can't control what people get jealous either. Because anything can make somebody jealous. It don't even matter what it is.
That's why you go along and get jealous. It's a waste of fucking energy. You secure and confident. Either they go respect you or they don't. If they don't respect you, move the fuck on. I've seen it, been through a lot. Like I'm like, okay, it is what it is. I still have things to do. Like I don't got time to be jealous or whatever. You're not gonna respect me. I'm not gonna ask who's this. If you're not gonna respect me, then hey, I'm gonna put that in the back of my mind and I'm gonna release your ass like a free agent. So it's not like it's a thing of respect. I'm secure and confident, but if you're gonna sit here and be disrespectful and think you're gonna rub your paws on Morris Chestnut chest and shit on every picture, then it's cool. I ain't gonna be like, oh, who is this and that? It's gonna be like, okay. But you should have to think about it.
The thing with Keke Palmer was disrespectful.
Well, yeah, very.
Right. So
but people society justify that though.
Huh?
Society justify that. Well, they always do that. That's what they do. That's the things.
But see, that's what I'm saying. I mean, people would take. I mean, because to her, it probably wasn't inappropriate because she never said she was sorry.
She a hoe.
Damn.
But I'm just saying. I mean, to her, she didn't think she did anything wrong.
She a hoe. That's what hoes do. They don't think they done that wrong. They out here doing slut activity. And then people don't like to, I'm calling like it is. If you out here doing that, I don't think that wrong with your little ass cheeks out, grinding on a dude and dancing and serenading his face. If you don't think nothing's wrong with that, that's whole activity.
Wait, okay. You say that you said it about her, but see, like I say, in the moment. So was Usher, was he in the wrong?
Is Usher in a relationship?
Yes, he is.
He could have been wrong. About her mainly being a woman. Let me tell you something. It ain't no moment. There's no such things in the moment. There's no such things in the moment. It's a thing called respect.
It wasn't that was a moment.
It wasn't. It's respect or not.
So ladies, was Usher in the wrong? Was he in the wrong?
That's what he does for his show. Like, here's the thing.
When you date Usher, you gotta know.
It didn't necessarily have to be Keke Palmer. Keke Palmer made a conscious decision to put that outfit on that night.
Yeah.
Like, that's number one right there. That's his show. That's what he do. He entertain and woo the ladies and sing. You know, that's what he does. It's part of the show. That's like saying, you know, is there such thing as overacting with a dancer in a video? You know what I'm saying? That's the show. That's the performer part. She was a spectator. She wasn't a part of the show. She wasn't getting paid to be at the show,
part of the show.
To be sexy and all of that stuff. She intentionally put that outfit on and went to do whole stuff according to Jay Hendo.
Let me tell you something. When you wear stuff like that, that's fine. All fine and dandy or significant other, but don't expect some positive attention to come from that, especially in today's society and not even the world. I ain't gonna talk about Western culture in general. Don't expect to be respected, and especially when you're out there presenting yourself the way you are. That's whole activity. Because guess what? When you go in Vegas and stuff, places like that, when women are dressed the same way, trying to get escorts, it's what's the fuck is so different? It's whole activity. Is she a hoe? It was whole activity she was doing, and I'm gonna call it what it is, whether you like it or not. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna tell you what it is, bro.
Okay, I know it's getting late, but so the shows that Usher do, when he do that, if you was his woman, you wouldn't feel a light tits of jealousy.
He's an entertainer. So if that's the case, I got an issue with him kissing in the video. I got an issue with, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't have that and knowing what his job is. If I know what his job is, I'm choosing to be in that relationship with him. There's some things that I have to accept that come along with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's you know what I mean? That's just what it is.
Well, okay. Because Beyonce do shows and she ain't all up on, you know what I'm saying? She don't do like the little sexy thing like that.
She doesn't. But at one point, she wearing a leotard. She doesn't wear them like she used to. At one point, when her and Jay-Z was together, didn't she get somebody a lap dance on a Grammy Award show?
But they were married.
Yeah, but even if they were in a relationship. Either way, that's my point. It's an entertainment. So it's entertainment. So you mean to tell me every actor and actress shouldn't do a kissing role or kissing scene or choose not to be married because they do things like that? No, there has to be a boundary, a line, or understanding. You got to be with a certain type of person. That's why you got Lisa Left Eye Lopez who's setting people's house on fire. You know what I'm saying? Because they can't handle that. Like, everybody ain't built to be with that type of person.
And I'm pretty sure whoever is with Usher understands and knows his role and has to be secure in that situation to know, like, he's got to go out and entertain. This is part of his show. But at the end of the night, he's coming home to me.
But when Keke took it to that level, could he be like, well, hold on. Could he have done that?
He at work. He was at work. He was doing what he's supposed to do. Or we could actually flip it. Is Keke Palmer's baby daddy, because it ain't her husband, is her baby daddy, is he just not
secure
enough? Because she is in the entertainment industry also. So you could look at it both ways, but I still think she was wrong because she wasn't getting paid for that night. So you could look at it both ways. The point is your security level with your person.
Mm-hmm.
But you see how society set a norm on how her behavior, like, I know her husband or boyfriend was wrong for going to social media, but society think that the bigger thing, rather than point out the fact that she didn't respect her man that night. And that shows you how much the Western culture has changed. Like, hey, it's okay for you to go out there with ass chaps on, with your thong going on and dance some grandmother man. It's okay. But he's wrong for going to social media to business, and all attention is focused on him, not how to present yourself as a lady. And some women wonder why they don't get the respect that they get when they out there present themselves like that. And you go to these other countries, and the people will speak about it all the time. Like, we go talk about the girl that's arrested over there in Dubai right now. You can't take certain behavior in other countries and think it's the norm because the Western world lets you do it. And that's the thing. The Western world society culture is changing where men don't have to respect women like they do nowadays. It's not old school no more. How many men, like women, how many men, doing old school things like you knew back in the days when your dad was around and everything? It's not happening. So as Western culture changes, other countries are pretty consistent on what they are and what they do. And while we so fucking caught up in the Western culture, we can push ourselves away from that, we gotta follow the norms that this fucking society push. We so like bedazzled and mind fuck. We go along with the media tell us. That's why they got the social media. In other countries, all this stuff is not visible like it is here. So all this stuff is influence, right? Oh, it's all right. That's what she does. Kiki Palm, she acts like that. No, at the end of the day, in society where you respect your significant other than old school, you don't do shit like that, period. And it's fucked up that a lot of women here and men think that, oh, this shit is okay, whatever. And them people, I take note of, like, okay, they're gonna fuck around on somebody else and think it's okay because they fall into what society delivers instead of falling to what you believe in and keep your values and norms. Your shit change as this Western world changes to what they want you to believe in, and that's why we have issues.
Yep, everybody starts to believe you got to do what society's doing.
Yeah, you know, and that's why it's messed up. Like you just said earlier, said the community, LGBTQ community, like they want to push that in schools and it's the norm. So now when you go out, you see a lot more up. It ain't that the coast is clear for people to come out. People, they're going to the younger ages and they're pulling people into that world. And I'm telling you, it's making it less. Women are going to have nothing to choose from because they want women to lead, so they can easily snatch away from you. That's a different topic, but that's what they want women to do, to be single and to be their own leaders. Because what are you without a man? Because I think I posted some on my page. It was designed for men and women to be together and communicate. There's a woman possesses special that she gives to a man to make him powerful. But if you can't connect that and bring back values and it's so disconnected, you can overtake and do what the hell you want, like you're doing by manipulating people. Now you're telling people in these communities, like, oh, go get you a man, go get you another man, and y'all can't reproduce no more, right? But you're not gonna get that same connection. A man that's with another man and he ain't got no woman, that he can't bring those same values because God ain't built that. A woman has something to build to get to a man where they come together and make the strong force. Two people of the same sex can't build that. I don't care what you say, I don't care who argue, and there's no disrespect, you can't build that. A woman possesses something very special when she has a connection with a man. Together, they can take over the world. You get that the same sex? No. And I'm sorry if people are offended by that, but I don't give a shit. It's just facts. You can't do that. But people accept what this culture gives, and we accept the bullshit. We accept Kiki Palmer out there with the ass thing. Oh, I can wear that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. He got to be secure. No, it's all about respect at the end of the day. In this Western culture, nobody really has respect for each other. It's like it's normal to be disrespected, and now it's looked at as respect. If you see what I'm saying, like Kiki Palmer, that back in the day, that shit ain't acceptable. But now Kiki in 2023, you can go out with your ass out of grabbing a dude. Oh, she like that. That's how she is. That's society today. Yeah. It's fucked up. Like it's real fucked up. That's the standards to set. Whereas, if you grab on somebody else in public doing that was wrong back in the day. Now it exceeded that. So now shit, it's damn near where cheating is almost it.
But her not said anything about it really, because I didn't hear her say anything about it afterwards. And like, was she? I think people probably would respect the boy. Like, I mean, I was wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, just straight up just saying that. But she don't think she did anything wrong.
No, that's a Western society fucked up culture it is. And that's why men. She makes it bad for women like you two ladies on here. She makes it bad, and I ain't gonna lie because I fall in the category where I look at some women like, get the fuck out. Like they it's just as a group of them make it bad. Either because they're feminists, or they think they can run the world, or they think that men ain't shit. I can do it all by myself. Those women in that group, they overshadow the good women out here walking around, and they actually put women in the men in the mind where, fuck this, I will do the fuck I want. I gotta ask nobody, and they already like corrupt and fucked you up. And it could be me too. I might be fucked up a little bit too. I've dealt with people like, man, fuck it, I'm doing what I want to do. I ain't gonna ask nobody. I gotta go. And it's a lot of women out there that's really fucked up, and there are good women out there, but that trash overshadow it. The Kiki Palmers, the little whores like that, and they out here, and there's other whores defending that whore, saying it's good. No man want to deal with none of them whores. Any girl out there,
I keep on calling her a whore. I mean,
a hoe. I'm gonna call it what it is. I'm not
because the thing is, I mean, okay, what is Beyonce then?
It ain't got nothing to do with Beyonce. Kiki,
no, I'm asking because it's good. The songs that she made, it kind of is what you talking about is like, well, telling girls y'all could do it without a guy. So what is she?
In the industry, it's controlled by Satan. So a lot of these women in the industry are controlled by Satan. So that's why it's a domino effect where Satan is rubbing off to women who's not involved in the industry, thinking that shit is acceptable behavior. So say this how the war is spread, and I don't want to get too deep with that, but you got people look up to people in the industry all the time. They look up to stars always, huh?
I just asked you a question,
but it's real. I'm answering your question that the devil is presented to them, and that shit is delivered to the people. So it's a domino effect. So what Beyonce doing, they all in the industry. You give me somebody that's not in the industry. Because Beyonce is doing devil's work.
But you ain't call her a whore.
No, because Keke Palmer's out there hoeing. And she's out there, I ain't got a nigga with a bag, all that stuff. Like, come on. It's a whole activity. Hoes out there not realizing and sips to, they point that dude jumping on a dude. Yeah, he wrong. But that's come on now. If you've been to Vegas, you see how the hoes dress. Let's be for real. That's what society's pushing. Society's like, oh, this is now acceptable. It wasn't acceptable in the fucking 80s and the 90s, but now it's acceptable now. Why?
Cardi B.
Hoe. But why is it acceptable now? She a hoe too. But why is it acceptable now?
Nicki
Now
Minaj.
it's wrong. They say I'm disrespecting women. I'm just calling it out. You said
Nicki
who?
Minaj.
It's acceptable because that's what society has portrayed as acceptable.
I'm gonna buy some Nicki Minaj because she got a fat ass.
Y'all are terrible.
We don't pause on that one, huh?
Hey, like, hold up now. But it's messed up. That's what the dating pool is. Like all these questions we asked tonight. I mean, we always look at the people in the entertainment industry for like some savior.
No,
they're tainted, and that's why when something happened, like and when these had these shoes or whatever, they look at the LeBron James speak out. All these guys are tainted. They gave up their soul. Like if you follow these some of these TikToks and look up the information, a lot of people are selling their soul. And there's people that have been in the industry with these interviews. You can't look at these artists no more like I used to, but now knowing what I know, I'm like, damn, people out here really fucked up, like selling their soul, and like you can't like who was that Travis that had that concert where people he's come out of hell. He did the concert and he had like the portal and 5 people died at his concert or something like that. Man, it's crazy. So it's hard to look at these women because sex sells. Think about this now. You watch rap, bro. You big into hip hop. What happened to the Commons, the KRS-One? Why won't they play those records and blow those up no more?
They told them that's giving out too much message.
See, sex sells.
They don't.
But
KRS-One just recently said that he was in Chicago. They don't play his music. He told me that when I brought him in town, they don't play his music. They said that's giving out too much information. They told him that. That's why they don't play his music.
You hear the music we put, y'all ladies hear the music here today, that excite violence, and it gets played over and over and over. And you see how it works on the mental. People listen to this music. They don't want to hear common positivity. They don't want to hear what Kanye West and his message. Now they want to put music out there to influence the people. You got the right market for it. Now you got to look at the Keke Palmer. After she did that, she was on there talking about some, I don't need no, N-word. I need is my bag, whatever. And that's what women are flocking to. They like this. So now the kings out here looking like, what the fuck is going on here in the Western culture? Like these women are flocking to that. Now they're overshadowing the good women like y'all. Y'all are being like buried with bullshit on top of y'all. And being like, fuck it. I'm just going to go overseas where it's less social media, less presence, and more traditional. Because at the end of the day, both queens and kings are looking for tradition.
Yeah, that country, what's that, Dubai, whatever it is, we take things for granted here. A lot of things we take for granted here. Like her yelling at that guy, and she got locked up for that.
She got locked up for being loud and pointing her fingers and doing shit they don't allow here. The thing is, our laws don't carry over to Dubai. Dubai is a country. That's the reason they don't have a homeless rate. It's the reason their streets is clean, and that's like normal to them. And over here, they don't give a fuck. They will go give this different. They go get biz dollars to Ukraine.
They want us to kill each other off.
Yeah, exactly. They want to kill each other, and do racism. They want to be racist to each other and black, white, all this black shooting. That's all this fucking country do.
They don't want us to learn that if we all come together, we can overpower that bullshit. But
and why people just don't move over there? Because we're so conditioned though right now. We conditioned. We can't follow those rules because we're so used to. No, we can't.
There's people just don't want to make the urban do it because you program. You can make the move.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
The move.
In so many
words. It's about the other laws. Because you can go up there, you can get conformed. Because think about it, if you hear, what do I do here? There's like Saul Landers, but speak my mind. I don't have if
You'll
stuff.
be in jail right now.
No, I wouldn't because it will be
You
as
talk about
fucked
the
up.
government. You can't talk about the government down there.
But the rest of the world is fucked up. Over there, over there, if you're not homeless, then what do you have to fight for? What are you mad for? There's no homeless population. There's clean streets. Everybody's probably happy, more happy soul than over here. Over here, you got to deal with racism. You got to worry about fucking probably being robbed, the carjacked. You got to worry about somebody being jealous because social media is a big thing over here. You got to worry about your own friend backstabbing you. It's just so much to worry about over here. Over there,
you can't even drink outside. Like no liquor. You can't do none of that.
And that's what I'm saying. It's all about organization. Because you're in an organized society where there's no homeless. This ain't bad. Somebody said Travis Scott earlier. This ain't bad. If you're in an organized society where there's rules to follow and you're not walking the homeless, and everything. Now the women, they might have it harder, but the women probably can easily conform to that because they're not so like messed up with the Western culture and the Western world. Stuff over there seems normal that we can disagree with. Not me too. But at the end of the day, those are their rules. And over here, it's a wild, wild west. And that's a different story. And I can keep going further, but yeah, different time for another day. I don't want to get us kicked off YouTube before we get.
Yes, please don't.
Yeah,
we know how you like to do.
So, hey man, thank y'all for tuning in. People tonight to tune in for us. It's almost been a few hours, whatever. I know it went way overdue. But hey, thank y'all for tuning in. This is Love and Sarcasm. Y'all have a good night. Peace out, y'all.
Good night.